K-pop Demon Hunters is coming to theaters this weekend.
What?
Like, it's out when this episode goes up.
That's crazy.
It's not that crazy if you think about it, because it's become the most watched movie on Netflix, I think, this year.
Yeah.
And so why wouldn't they put it in theaters for the minimal amount of time for it to be able to be Oscar nominated?
You know what? That is a point that you're making.
And that's probably exactly why they're doing it, because it only needs to be in theaters for a limited run. And so, like, they've done that with other movies in the past.
Which is it's such like a, like, I get it, but that's like, then you should have just put it in theaters, like, to begin with. You know what I mean? Instead of now, oh, it's popular, let's put it in there. Let's put it in there so that we can have an Oscar nomination.
It's easy to say, like, oh, they should have done it beforehand now because of how popular it is. But, like, beforehand, you're, like, looking at it from the mindset of a studio head.
Right.
This is an all-Asian cast, female-led movie that's animated musical.
Yeah.
None of those things scream moneymaker to them nowadays, even though clearly it is a moneymaker. I think they forget how popular K-pop is in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's so Americentric.
Yeah.
I hope it wins, actually, honestly. Best soundtrack or best original song. I don't know if it'll do best animated feature, because there was another movie that came out this year, I think. Or was that already at the Oscars?
Right, that movie that's obviously so memorable that you clearly know what it is.
I need you to shut your mouth.
Do you see how like wavy my mustache? Like, what is this? I woke up this way, by the way. I haven't done anything. But, like, what is this?
It's called a handlebar.
I didn't choose it.
See, that's what I hold on to while we make... Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Sam Elliott with the handlebar mustache.
Can you believe he was old in Ghost Rider and now he's still old?
Can you believe this old guy is still old?
No, like how old he is. Like,
yeah, he's really old.
Like, some people talk about how Betty White started in the TV show in the 90s or 80s, whenever the Golden Girls was, about being old. And then she lived 40 years longer than that TV show was on. Like, it's wild sometimes how old people can get.
It is pretty wild. I will agree.
Dick Van Dyke just turned 100.
I need you to make me a promise.
No.
If either of us live past the age of, like, 65, like retiring age, just pull the plug. just kill me, get it over with. I'm good.
I would make that. I would have made that offer maybe a year ago, but because of life circumstances, she kind of wants me to stay around forever, I think.
Sorry.
It plays into kind of what happened to me this week that I didn't tell you about, that I have to promise not to die.
Excuse me? Did you get another poisoning? Were you poisoned again, Connor?
Technically.
Connor!
Well, so I had to go to the hospital because I ate nuts by accident.
How do you keep doing this?
You know, it's been 5 years since the last time, so I don't think we have to say it like, how do you keep doing this? Like it's forever.
Connor, I know people who have nut allergies that never once in their life eat nuts, Connor.
Well, they're lame and don't have someone writing out storylines and plot points for their life, but apparently I have to.
How'd you eat nuts? Accidentally.
Someone brought in what they described as chocolate bread to work, and some of my other coworkers were exclaiming how good this chocolate bread was. And at no point did anyone tell me that there were nuts in the chocolate bread.
Yeah, that's fair.
And why would you think there are nuts in something that is described as chocolate bread?
Right. If it was like chocolate hazelnut bread or chocolate macadamia bread, I don't know.
Right. And see, I'm glad you're agreeing with my logic here, and I'm not sure if you're just doing that to
No.
pander to me,
100%
because
on your side.
my wife furious. She's like, "You didn't think to ask?" And I was like, "Why would I? I
Okay.
heard the words chocolate bread, and I went feral."
That's victim blaming. That is pure victim blaming. Thanks, Autumn.
I'm a fat kid. You said 2 of my top 5 words. I'm gonna start eating immediately.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I tasted it, and I was like, "Oh, this tastes kind of like sesame seeds." Oh wait, sesame seeds are used to mimic how nuts taste in sun butter. Hey, do you know if there's nuts in these? And so I went down to the medical clinic we have on campus of where I work, and I went, "Hey, I ate nuts. Can I get some Benadryl?" And the nurse who I'm friends with was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." You can see her like trying not to panic because I'm fine. And so she gives me the Benadryl, and I'm sitting there. She slips an oxygen monitor on my finger, and I'm kind of just letting her go at it, you know. Um, and my oxygen levels were low, of course, because anaphylaxis.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, do we want to take your EpiPen? Do you have that on you?" I was like, "Oh no, it's upstairs. I don't want to take it though, because then I have to go to the hospital." She's okay. I'm gonna go get the EpiPen. Where is it? She goes and gets it. She comes back down, and like I start sweating so much. Like I'm drenched.
Yeah.
To the point where 5 hours later, when I'm leaving the hospital, to foreshadow, I put my shirt back on and it's still wet. Like,
oh man,
it was bad, and I start shaking. I don't know what's happening. I thought maybe I just like didn't get to eat because I was dying of the chocolate bread. But she also asked me at like at one point if I swallowed the bread, and I was like, "Well, yeah, I put it in my mouth. I'm gonna."
He ain't a quitter.
I put the food in my mouth. I'm gonna swallow it. Like I'm that kind of fat kid. It was good bread too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta swallow it.
So she's like, "Okay, how's your throat feel?" And I was like, "Well, it feels a little like, you know." She's like, I think you should go to the hospital." All right, fine.
I guess
I'll leave work and go to the hospital because I didn't want to leave work. Luckily, foreshadowing again, I got paid for the full day.
Hey, that's good. I mean, you should.
We go to my boss, we tell him, and he's like, okay. I'll drive you over because they're not going to get an ambulance for me because that's so expensive.
Yeah, insane.
And I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but Autumn and I have started working together.
Oh yeah.
And so we're driving. He's like, "Hey, did you tell Autumn yet?" I was like, "Oh, I'll text her. You don't have to talk to her."
I'll text her. I'll text her that I'm dying.
So when I get to the hospital, as he's pulling in, I start texting him like, "Hey, I'm going to the hospital real quick. I'm fine."
You are so ready to be a dad. Like in 5 years, you'll literally just be sending a thumbs up. Like as you're dying, going to the hospital, you'll just send a thumbs up, like out of nowhere.
Hold on,
That'll be you.
Let me read the actual text I sent you. So many TikToks. "Hey, don't panic. I'm gonna be okay. But I had to go to the hospital. Boss dropped me off. I ate some nuts because some chocolate bread was brought in."
And again, in 5 years, it'll shorten to like, good, not dying by thumbs up.
And she immediately, like, her mom was a nurse, so immediately she's like, "How's your breathing? What's going on? How's this?" And I was like, "I'm fine, man. I'm chilling." And so the nurses come in. They're taking my, they're doing everything. Like, I get seen almost immediately. Um,
So,
they get me back in the room. They're trying to take my blood. I have poor veins, so they had to stick me in my hand and in my arm to get the blood. Um, the doctor comes in and he goes, "So you didn't take your EpiPen and you ate nuts?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't want to come to the hospital." I go, "Well, you're here now." So they go get an EpiPen and they stick me with it, which didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to.
yeah, all right, there you go.
Doesn't mean I'm going to start using my EpiPen, but
Yes,
I have
you
it.
are, Connor.
So the nurses taking care of me and everything. And they give me some steroids and stuff to help me breathe better and all that. And then they kind of just leave. And I fell asleep for an undisclosed amount of time because I had forgotten that I took Benadryl. So I wake up and I have a few texts from my brother because when we lived together, I paid the Wi-Fi and we're still trying to get me off of that and get him onto it. So he was asking me the password and everything. So I have like, "What was the password for this?" "Never mind, I figured it out." "Are you at the hospital?" I was like, yeah, because I think he has my location, so I guess he figured out I was at the hospital.
Wait, what day was this?
Monday.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
Why?
Because I texted you on Friday, like early-ish in the day, right? And you didn't text me until like the very evening, so I figured
It's because I was sleeping.
No, yeah, that's fair too.
We'll get into that in a minute here.
Fair enough.
So he texted me I'm in the hospital, and I go, I should probably call my mom too, let her know. I don't know if you've ever heard my mom disappointed.
Oh yeah.
But it clearly it's something that's ingrained into my head. And I go, "I'm in the hospital, I ate nuts," and I just hear, "Well, are you okay?" Like that. I want to be concerned, but I'm more upset that you're here in this first place. I was fine though.
That's good. I figured because you are here currently on the podcast.
They eventually release me. Autumn picks me up. I get in the car, and she's just staring at me.
Bean mugging, yeah.
"Hey, what's up? How's it going?"
Hey, babe.
"I'm
Wonderful
hungry.
weather
You
we're
hungry?" So we go get dinner, and then I stay home and rest for the day. But it was fine. It wasn't like a scary day. Like I wasn't worried at all, which I don't think is a good thing.
You don't think it's a good thing that you weren't worried?
Yeah, because I shouldn't be this placid at almost dying now.
Okay. Have you thought about maybe the anxiety has gone down a little bit because you were on medication?
You know,
I understand.
I didn't consider that. Actually.
You have gone through a few near-death experiences when it comes to nuts. So, like, yeah, you're kind of chill about it because it's like it's just another day at the office. But
right, this is time number 5.
it could also be that the medicine's actually working.
Earlier that morning, I had the follow-up appointment with my doctor to talk about that. And I was like, yeah, I feel like more optimistic. People have been telling me that I seem more optimistic.
That's good.
I'm not as angry.
Are you experiencing some insanely vivid dreams every single night and remembering every single detail of them when you wake up?
No, I'm not, but I will say that she has started listening to this guided meditation thing that's supposed to be done by the time I go in for bed, but wasn't the other night and turned into white noise of waves. and so I had a dream about being by the ocean, and then I woke up and I had to pee harder than I've had in years.
I have been having the most vivid, like I'll tell you all about my dream last night. It was
Go
like,
for it.
you know, yesterday we talked about Harry Potter for a brief like 2 seconds, right? Um like just with my family, my nephew had mentioned the new show that's coming out, and I'm not going to give it any more airtime than that. It's garbage. Um but we talked about it for like a brief 2 seconds. And I then had a dream which started in a school, right? In a school that I've had a dream about before, which is the weird part. So I was a security guard at this school, and the only way to get from one hallway to the next, it was like in a V shape for some reason, from one hallway to the other hallway is to go through like a classroom or a bathroom or something like that. And I was new on the job, so I went and at the V, I asked some teachers. I was like, "Hey, how do I get from this hallway to the next hallway?" Because I figured at the V, at the point, it would like go to the next hallway. But no, you have to go through somebody's classroom or go through a bathroom, which makes zero sense at all from an architectural standpoint. Okay. And then I ran into two teachers we had in college, James Tanda, and what's her name? She did was it no forensic chemistry? Crap, I can't remember her name at all, and I'm sorry because I actually enjoyed her. It was a teacher. It was a teacher that some people hated, some people loved, and I actually liked.
I think I had her for my chemistry lab.
Do you remember her name?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, one of the forensic chemistry teachers at Waynesburg. I don't remember her name. So she was there, and she's the classroom that I had to walk through, right? And so I walked through her classroom to the next classroom, but then there was a kid that was having like panic attacks in her classroom, so like I could walk through unnoticed, quote unquote unnoticed. A security guard always gets noticed. So then I get to the other side, and it's like it's a gauntlet, right? Where I have to get chased by Flitwick from Harry Potter, and I have to go through this gauntlet while also casting Flipendo on him while he's chasing me. And I had to go through this gauntlet where there was one like caged person that I set free for whatever reason, and then I had to keep going, and eventually I had to either do a sharpshooter or a knife throwing, right? And so I get up there and I'm like, man, I'd be really good at sharpshooter. But then some person is right next to me, and I don't remember who this person is, and they're telling me that, oh, I should do the knife throwing. And I'm like, I guess if you're saying, like, if you've been through this and you're saying that I should do the knife throwing, I guess I should do the knife throwing. So I pick up the knife, and there's like a whole wall of VHS movies, right? Don't ask me why. Some of them are like facing out, and some of them are sideways. Right. I don't know how to describe that, but and so I take the knife. The first one was an axe for some reason, and I get a movie. Like it like pops up on the screen. So I throw the axe at the movie, and I miss by a couple inches. And then I get a knife, and I'm like, how do I throw a knife? So I'm like trying to figure out how to throw a knife. And then I get the same movie, but it's in a different location. So I throw the knife after finding the movie. And like, I'm on a time crunch here, right? And eventually I don't think I ever get it. And then I get in big trouble. And then they allow somebody. So it's like, I guess it could be akin to the Triwizard Tournament, where, sorry, I'm just going to make that noise every time I talk about anything Harry Potter related.
Turf.
So, So it's like the Triwizard Tournament where it was too dangerous to keep going, and so they didn't do it for many years, and then eventually they brought it back. That's essentially what this was, where it was too dangerous, people were getting hurt, injured, killed, blah blah blah. So they didn't do it. So after I had done it, they decided to reopen the gauntlet, whatever it was, and allow a student to do it. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm getting in trouble for this, and then this person just gets to do it for free. And then I don't know where this part came from. And then as I'm leaving, it turns into like this immersive Pokemon Go. Is that a cat?
There's a dog.
Oh. It turns into this immersive Pokemon Go, right? Where I'm literally like in the universe, like the world's passing by me, and I'm like catching Pokemon, and I'm going at such a fast speed, like I'm in a vehicle, but like I'm just auto catching every Pokemon that I pass. Like on this road, a Pokemon will pass me, and I'm auto catching it. Like every time I see a Gyarados, it just like into my inventory. I don't have to go through anything to catch it. It just like auto catches as I'm driving. And I think that's a really it's a really good thing to put into Pokemon Go, guys. While I'm driving, all the Pokemon just pop into my inventory.
Well, technically, that's what that Pal thing was supposed to be, like that little accessory that you could buy that it would auto catch Pokemon that appear around you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Okay, fully immerse me into a VR landscape and also auto catch Pokemon. It's not that hard. And that's all I remember. And then I woke up. I'm talking like this is vivid. Like I feel like I lived this.
And do you feel like this is related to any unresolved stress in your life recently?
No, I think it's the drugs. I think it's the medication that I am currently on, right? Because since I've been taking the medication every single night, vivid dreams. It could be coincidental, or it could be the medication. I'm also not getting as good sleep. Like, I will wake up at like halfway through my sleep and not be able to go back to sleep because my mind is racing about nothing. Like, usually it's about like I wake up and it's related to my dream, or I start thinking about Bigfoot and I just think about Bigfoot until I eventually fall asleep like an hour and a half later.
Reminds me, I gotta call that lady back. I also have not been sleeping well. Like I'm always exhausted and tired.
Yeah.
And my doctor ordered me a sleep study, which apparently you can do from home now, which makes way more sense. Because like
you don't have to go sleep in a hospital bed or whatever.
You had to go sleep in an unknown environment while you're being watched by people. And it's like, oh yeah, clearly you're going to sleep horribly in this situation.
Yeah.
Like this is the least ideal situation for me to sleep.
Yeah.
And frankly, I'm not going to invite you into my room to watch me sleep. At least that's what I hope is not happening.
Just like
sleep study.
Just like set up a Zoom call over in the corner.
Finally get some use out of that cup chair, though. Cut that.
Oh yeah, I'm editing this week. I'm not cutting that. That'll be the clip I put on TikTok.
Anyways, my wife left me this week. She was gone Friday night into Saturday because she went to a wine festival with one of her friends. It was a ladies' weekend. That's why I didn't go, not because I can't be trusted at a wine festival. Right. Though I can't be trusted at a wine festival.
Same.
But that's why I didn't text you back on Friday, because I was sleeping.
So I had a very similar experience this weekend. Mia decided to work all day. Yeah, that's what it was on Friday. She worked all day on Friday, and I had an early morning on Saturday. So I was just sitting at home waiting for either you or my brother Tim to respond. So either I can record with you or play video games with Tim. And nobody responded. So I was just sitting there in the complete darkness of my home alone. So thank you for that.
No, here's the problem. We get home from work.
Yeah.
She goes and starts getting ready to leave, and she's leaving. I get to take a nap where I don't have to be cuddled or like kicked or my pillow taken or whatever.
Right.
And so I did, and I guess like I haven't been sleeping well, even though I've been getting 8 hours at least of sleep. It feels like, and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
For until I texted you, basically, because I opened up my phone and I saw I had 6 texts from you.
Yeah, because I wanted to name my kid Monterey Jack.
Yeah, which I think is a good name.
Thank you. I agree.
I don't know why.
I had my brother Tim and my father convinced last night. So
You could have Monterey and Colby.
there you go. Solid names.
And if you wanted to get creative with the third one, Pepper. For a daughter, you know. Pepper Jacqueline.
Pretty. Pepper Jaqueline? Is that what you just said to me? Hey, this is my daughter, Pepper Jaqueline Haux.
I wanted to say Jacqueline, but that sketch has ruined me that I can only say Jacqueline. Anyways, because I took a nap for 5 hours after work on Thursday or on Friday, stayed up till 3 a.m. And somebody was calling me at like 10 o'clock telling me I need to go to bed. And I was like, you're not here. You don't get to dictate my bedtime.
I get to do whatever I want because you're gone. Don't have to tell me what to do.
And like on Saturday, I'm sitting here and, I'm alone and I don't like being alone. So it's like, okay, well, I don't know when she's coming back. Let me go downstairs. I'll hang out with her mom for a little bit, get some human interaction today. Go downstairs. Her mom's gone. I'm alone in the house. Like, oh, okay. So I ordered food and went back upstairs.
You would be the perfect start to a apocalyptic comedy.
Just everyone's gone, and I go, well, all right.
Guess I gotta go back upstairs. You survive in your house until you run out of food, and then you're like, it's been like a month. Where is everybody? And then you go outside and everybody's dead.
You say that, but when I was in high school, the reason why we have Life 360 as my family is because my mom was terrible at answering her phone.
Right.
Before she was like, when she was out and about. Because she wouldn't feel it vibrate. Or she wouldn't hear it.
That's gonna be the the thumbnail.
It's so she wouldn't be answering, and like we called her 3 or 4 times and she doesn't answer. And it's like we don't know where she is, what's going on, or why she isn't answering. And this is someone like if she falls, it's a problem because of her illnesses.
Yeah.
And so eventually we had to get her to download Life 360 so we could track her and be like, oh, she's driving right now. That's why she's not picking up. Or, oh, she's at this store. And so, like, just to, like, know she was fine.
Yeah.
But to say that I would be okay with just, like, no one being around now is true. But back then, like, I walk downstairs. She's not home. She's supposed to be home. Where are you?
Mom!
Where are you?
Mom!
You left me alone. That being said, I started missing Autumn yesterday. And it's annoying because I made fun of her for missing me when I was gone for a week.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say like I missed her I miss being around
Careful.
other people.
Careful, buddy.
But like, it's annoying now that she gets to be like, "Oh, you missed me, huh?"
Yeah.
No, I missed having human interaction. You just happen to be the one I get it from, which sucks.
Mhm.
But it's fine.
It's totally fine.
That's everything that happened to me this week.
I know. I ran out of things to talk about. This never happens to us ever. In 140 whatever episodes. This has never happened.
This is our 150th episode.
What? I swear it was like a week that it was like a week ago that it was 142nd or something like that.
No.
Well,
in a month it'll be 2 years.
This is it. We've done 150.
I think 3. No, month and a half. It'll be 3 years. 156.
Wow.
Because a year's 52 weeks.
Yeah, and I remember we started in like October or something because Halloween.
Episode 4 was our Halloween episode with Trey.
Brilliant.
You were a cop.
I was a spider cop, is what I was. So I want to refute that.
Spider pig is more like it.
Ouch. I mean, fair. I've been thinking about like what I could do, right? So the problem is I'd have to go back to school and acquire more debt, which I don't want to do. So what could I do that I wouldn't need to go back to school for? I would just need my current bachelor's degree that isn't police related. Like an actual job. I'm talking an actual job that I could do that isn't police related.
ICE is hiring.
Thanks, Connor. I'll go work with Dean Cain. Gosh. I'll just dismantle it from the inside. Oh, I can't say that. It's a federal. So
for those of you listening, there wasn't anything cut there. That was a natural transition.
So, hey, you don't know what's been cut. You're not editing. So, I like
basketball.
I'm not good at sports. Connor, you think I'm gonna make a living on being absolutely mediocre at sports?
I think there could be something said about us trying to commentate a basketball game.
I think it would be hilarious to see you and I commentate a basketball game or any sports game. To be completely fair, number 69, nice, has the ball and they are running it in a direction,
and I think they're going towards what is called the hoop.
Oh, they passed it to 420. Nice.
Oh, that's 42, Matt.
Oh, sorry. I saw a 0 there, definitely. Oh, that was the ball. So, what could be a job, man? I need a job that's like an actual job.
I think one of the dogs fell down the stairs.
Oh, no.
There's nothing at the bottom, but that's what that sounded like. Didn't it?
I just heard. We can hear everything now, Connor. So
hey, they're old. It's fine.
It's fine. Just let them die.
I didn't say let them die. I just said it's fine.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done talking about this. I don't want a new job. You know, if we could get just one commenter to comment, tell me what job I should get. That's your job. That is your job as listeners and commenters.
Engage with us.
Engage. I want to be engaged with. I want to get married to all of my commenters. I'm so tired.
You didn't work yesterday.
I did. Yeah, I did. I worked
No.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. yesterday.
Oh, I meant overnights like you usually do.
It doesn't matter. I worked an odd shift going off of night shift to day shift. And then it was a very busy, very sunny day of students moving back in. I was perfectly content to look at empty buildings for the rest of my career.
Yeah, now you have to do.
Now I have to deal with people.
I mean, okay, so you brought up the fact that there are students at your job. We've not said the place where you work. It's just
I've said that it's like a campus.
okay.
So
I want to know what the rules are here.
the rules are just don't name it.
So the campus that has returned students, were you there on Saturday because the students were returning?
Yes.
So like, are you gonna be a daytimer now, or are you
No.
overnight still?
Goodness no. So the weird thing.
Oh yeah, God forbid you work during normal hours.
That would be terrible. So the weird thing here about my job is they hire people and be like, "Oh yeah, you could totally get daytime," and then whenever the person asks, "Hey, I'm on nighttime right now. I thought I was going to daytime," they're like, "Nobody's ever getting hired for daytime." Yeah, that's what it feels like. So they just do not want people for daytime for whatever reason. So, I guess we'll just have to be stuck on nighttime forever
Okay, but then how did you get a daytime shift?
because they needed extra coverage for all the students moving in on Saturday.
Okay, that's what I asked, and then you just completely ignored the question.
Oh, well, okay. Um,
Don't make me seem like the crazy one. I asked if that's why you were there, and you went, they said I was going to work. They said I was going to work during the day, and then they lied to me. I built this company with my bare hands. Full Osborn and Spider-Man.
yeah.
You can't do this to me.
You can't do this to me.
You know, I'm something of a security guard myself.
I had to buy No Way Home to watch it again because it's not on any. No, it's not yet. I think it's only on Prime Video, and I had to buy it on Prime Video to be able to watch it because I was like really in the mood to watch it again, so I watched it again.
There you go.
That's the end of the story.
So, typically with movies and releases, the way it was in the past was the movie would come out in theaters, then 90 days later it'd be available for home release. That's something they started doing with like VHS and DVDs, as well as like digital download and things like that. Recently, though, Superman, the new one, the good one, was released on home video, or like digital download and everything. And you might be wondering, like, well, why was that happen? Like, a lot of like experts would be like, "Oh, that's gonna cut into their movie theater experience. Like, this is gonna like cut into how much money that it can make,
Yeah,
and like be profitable as a theater going experience." But it makes sense when you think about how this past week Peacemaker season 2 premiered.
Oh, right.
And something interesting happened. James Gunn said that like when he was bringing over like Peacemaker and just like when he was starting the new universe, anything that is mentioned from Creature Commandos onward in these new projects from the old world is canon.
Yeah.
And so like we have Rick Flag Senior in Creature Commandos mentions how his son was killed in Port-au-Prince. You have characters from Suicide Squad and Peacemaker like Economos. You have, I think you see Amanda Waller at one point, which is voiced by Viola Davis still. And just like there are references like King Shark and things like that.
Right.
And so we know that there are things that exist from that universe in this one. Um, but there was a lot of questions with Peacemaker season 2 happening about how they were going to like deal with the fact that some things happened and some things aren't. How familiar are you with Peacemaker?
I have watched the first like 3 episodes.
Okay. Well, not to spoil anything, but I will spoil this. It's
Are you talking about the Justice League at the end?
yes.
Okay, I know that.
At the end, the Justice League finally shows up. Of course, Peacemaker is annoyed with them. He makes a joke about Aquaman liking fish in like a sexual way.
Yeah.
Flash makes a comment. Whatever. They move on. It's just those two, Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, that are really like seen and interacted with. Otherwise, everyone else is in shadow. Well, season 2 premiered this week, and they are doing like a previously on Peacemaker, and it kind of goes through certain points and things and like solidifies ideas, including Peacemaker referencing Green Lantern at one point. I think he did that in the last season. I'm not sure. Pretty much everything that they went through as a team, like solidifying the groundwork for those characters and everything. I don't want to give like too much spoilers for the episode if you haven't seen it yet. But the main thing that I want to talk about is that they show that ending scene, as well as at one point, I forget the character's name, but it's the black lady. She's on the phone. She's like, "We need the Justice Gang." She doesn't say Justice League. She says Justice Gang.
Right.
Which is what Mr. Terrific, Hot Girl, and Guy Gardner were called in Superman.
Yeah.
You got to see that. Yeah, we talked about the movie. Well, that happens, and then there's a few more scenes, and then we see that final scene, or that finale scene, I should say, from Peacemaker again. But this time, you see David Cornsweat's Superman, Mr. Terrific's outline, Supergirl's outline, and then Guy Gardner and Hot Girl, and there's an interaction between them. He talks about puking on Green Lantern earlier, and he's like, and I hear the guy likes it. And so then you see the interaction with Hot Girl, and it's like, that guy's such a freak. And Guy Gardner's like, and do you hear that he says I have a puke kink, puke fetish? And it's funny because like you see these characters that we know, and it reestablishes them, especially with Peacemaker having that cameo in Superman and everything, and like it changes the universe enough so that it feels new in this world, but not so much that we feel like we don't know this character of Peacemaker anymore.
Yeah.
And I say all of that just to show like how brilliant I think James Gunn is doing with this.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that shows like the time, care, and like effort to be like, look guys, this was something that you enjoyed and you liked, and I don't want you to lose that, but we need to move forward from it.
Yeah.
And he also talked about how like there's going to be some of Blue Beetle still in this new universe.
That's good.
Which makes me think I actually have to watch Blue Beetle now.
It was good. I think it's worth a watch.
To sort of pick up on what's going on with that. And I think it's just really good. Like I don't know, it just feels masterful that he took the time to like well, I saw a guy analyzing it about how comics will retcon things all the time, and like how it's very similar to that, especially with like origin stories and things like that. Like he references Captain America's origin,
Yeah.
and how it just the amount of time he was in the ice keeps changing. So originally it was like 10 years, maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
And now it's 70 years that he's been in ice, just to keep him maintained as a modern story.
Yeah.
And so like the fact that they're doing that in a TV show or in this like cinematic universe shows like, okay, this is still comics based because they're doing it like they do in the comics.
Yeah. It's cool stuff, man.
Like those stories aren't gone. It's just they're reimagined into something new now.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of like horror movies instead of watching Peacemaker. Like I started it and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess this could be a show that I watch. And then like I just felt like I wanted to watch scary movies. So then like I switched to scary movies and I haven't stopped watching scary movies for a while. I did watch all of Solo Leveling in the span of like 2 days.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's only 2 seasons, 25 episodes. It's not like that much, and they're 20-minute episodes.
I don't know what that is, but
yeah. It's fine. It's an anime.
that's why.
No, but it's really good. Like it's one of the, if not the best anime I've ever watched in my life. And it's this guy who gets, so he's in a world, right, where a lot of people have awakened as hunters, and they just like get powers, right? But their powers are like a set level, right? They can never go up in power, so they're ranked by E class, D, C, B, A, and S class hunters. And he is, the main character is a E class hunter, and he's probably the weakest E class hunter in the entire world, right? And so he's terrible.
Yeah.
But he still has the determination to like make money. For that's how like people make money in this universe, is by going on raids, and they go to collect artifacts and treasure and all this, and they bring it back, and then they, you know, all that. There's these like portals that open up, so they go into these portals, and they're ranked based on, the portals are ranked based on their power level. They do like a mana reading, and if it's, you know, too powerful, then E ranks won't go in there. But they ended up going in like E or a D rank dungeon, maybe even a C rank dungeon. And at the end of it, they find out that it is not, it's a double dungeon is what they called it, where they finish the one dungeon.
A dungeon?
Sure. And it continues on, and the portal doesn't close. And they end up in this room with like this like god statue, not like our god, but a god.
Our God.
And the statue kills everybody.
Oh.
Him and like I think 3 or 4 other people survive in this raid, and the only reason he survives is because he gets saved and, for all intents and purposes, I guess reawakened as a video game character. But like he's still in the universe, but he has like a HUD, and he can level up, which nobody else can level up, but he can like increasingly level up and get better. He gets to like have an inventory and all this stuff. So like he uses this to get better, and he becomes the strongest hero ever.
Is this a blessing from the god?
So we don't know fully if it's a blessing from the god. I think it is, because whenever he becomes a necromancer class, right, at some point, and he summons these like fallen battle hero, like he kills a knight and resummons him, you know what I mean? And it looks exactly the same as the statues in the room. So I think that it was like you sacrificed yourself, and because the reason he survived and the people were able to flee from this room was because there was like a 10 commandments kind of thing, where like first you must praise God, and then you must, and like it was like all this, like you got to do this, this, and this. And he figured it out and followed that list. And the last one was like sacrifice something or yourself or something like that. So he sacrificed himself. I think that his powers do come from this being. But it hasn't been really fully confirmed on that yet. So not 100% sure, but it's really good. Like I was surprised. And honestly, the pacing from season 1 to the end of season 2, he starts out as the weakest hunter in episode 1 and is the strongest hunter by the end of season 2. So like it's insanely fast how the pacing is and how fast he's leveling up. Don't forget we can hear everything now. What are you doing? I don't think you wound it up enough. But yeah, so that is the I'm sorry, was I boring you with my really cool anime?
I was intrigued at first, and then you just kept talking.
Yeah, I do that a lot. It's a cool show. I'll stop talking now.
I'm sorry, that was mean.
No, you know what? Hold on.
Hey, don't be mean back to me. I apologized.
Dang it. There's not a crying filter that I could put on my face. That's disappointing. Google, do better. Yeah, I'm in a filter like this, Connor. Wait for it. What's up? Are you having an excellent morning? Bread.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of The Garlic Boys. If you'd like more from us, you're going to head on over to our Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or Facebook to follow us from there. Then you can head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys to watch video versions of this podcast and video versions of the Clever Boy Quiz, the show, as well. And if you'd like to support us, you can head on over to patreon.com/@thegarlicboys to subscribe to our $3 tier or our $10 tier. Or you can head on over to redbubble.com to to purchase some designs from Matt and I over at the Redbubble store. You look like an unfortunate extra person from the Annoying Orange Show.
This podcast was a piece of cake.
Do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
We talked about Autumn's mom, so Autumn's mom. What about you? Do you have a... Oh, there you go.
You know, no, I don't got anyone.
We talked about your mom.
Yeah, no, I don't have a mom that I feel is worthy to be shouted out.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out my mom for being so chill about me forgetting to call her and tell her I was in the hospital.
Super chill.
I am offended by how unopened my eyes are with this filter.
Connor, stop. What are you doing?
I'm trying to open my eyes. This is just my normal eye width.
Does it do the same thing with... No, my eyes. My eyes are good.
Well, thank you so much for listening. And remember, as always, to
stay strawberry.
Hey Matt,
Yeah.
true or false? I'm a berry.
False.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
You're welcome. There. What are you doing? What's up? It's your boy Matt. Thanks for sticking around till after the credits were done. I realized in editing that I forgot a bat fact. 1 week after starting this bit, I already forgot it. So, as a reward for you sticking around after the podcast, I'm going to give you another bat fact. And guess what this one is? I kind of maybe alluded to it in the last episode, so it's not really a bat fact that I haven't already said. But you know what? Should I? Okay. Bats help in the pollination of bananas, avocados, and mangoes. Did you know that? I don't think so. And they spread seeds for nuts, figs, and cacao, which is the main ingredient in chocolate. If you didn't know, we also wouldn't have plants like agave or the iconic saguaro cactus. 300 species of fruit depend on bats for pollination. That's insane. This is what I'm talking about, man. Bats are so dang beneficial, and the fact that I have to take their lives is unfortunate. Go don't pet a bat. I was gonna say go pet a bat, but that's probably bad advice, and I could probably get in big trouble if somebody actually does that. Um, look up in the night sky, and if you see a bat, just say, love you, buddy. Good, keep up the good work. I'm terrible at improv. That's my bat fact. So thanks for listening to the end of the credits. I love you. I guess. I don't know. How do I end this? I'm just gonna end it.